Hey Wellness Crew, hey everyone. I am so grateful that you're joining me for today's practice. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to begin with sun salutations. Breathing in as we lift our arms up. Sorry, my hair is going to be on this mic. I apologize, it's going to be a little bit of sound issue. Swan diving into a forward fold. Relax in the neck. Walking our hands forward into plank. From plank, we're going to jump out, jump back in, jump inside, jump back out, coming into hovering, coming into upward dog, tucking our toes underneath for downward dog, walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold, and slowly rolling up. Breathing in, lifting up our arms. As we exhale, swan diving into a forward fold. Walking our hands forward into plank. We're going to jump our feet out, jump our feet back together, jump forward, jump back, coming into hovering, where only the palms of our hands, the balls of our feet, and our toes are in contact with the mat, nothing else. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Okay. So breathing in, lifting our arms up overhead. Exhaling, swan dive into a forward fold. Walking our hands forward into plank, jumping out, jumping in, jumping up, jumping back, jumping out, jumping in, jumping up, jumping back, getting into hovering position. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Okay. Same thing, sun salutations. Breathing in, lifting up our arms. Swan diving into a forward fold. Relaxing the neck. Walking our hands forward into plank. Jump out, jump in, jump up, jump back. Jump out, jump in, jump up, jump back. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Okay, 2 more left. Inhaling as we lift up our arms. Swan diving into a forward fold. Walking our hands forward into plank. Jump out, in, up, back, out, in, front, back, out, in, front, back. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Last one. Breathing in. Swan diving into a forward fold, exhaling. Walking our hands forward into plank. Out, in, up, back. Out, in, up, back. Out, in, up, back. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Taking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the yoga twerk. For anyone that hasn't done it, we are going to start in a squat. Get your feet nice and wide. We're going to pop up. Then we're going to hinge up from the waist. Squat. hinge up from the waist. Squat, pop, 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 hinge up from the waist. Last one. Squat, pop, hinge up from the waist. Okay. Always have to keep pushing my mats together. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do some sunflowers. We're going to have our feet nice and wide, having our arms, so you can see, up above us, bending, hinging from the waist, and bringing those arms back up. Four more. From there, we're going to go ahead, bring our feet a little bit closer together, bringing our arms back and around, and coming into chair. Back and around, and coming into chair. Back and around, 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 and coming into chair. From there, we're going to bring our feet out wide again, bending at the knees, extending our arms beside us with the palms facing up for sun pose. And going ahead and coming back into sunflowers. Awesome. Bringing our feet in closer together. Bring our arms up and back. And coming into chair. Up and back. Into chair. Or, let's see, back around. There we go. Coming into chair. Back and around, coming into chair, back and around, into chair, back and around, coming into chair. Going ahead, bringing our feet out, palms up, bent knees for sun pose. And perfect. Good job. Still got 2 more rounds to go. All right, so back into sunflowers. Arms up overhead, hinging forward and bending the knees and coming back up. All right, bringing our feet a little bit closer together, bringing our arms back and around and into chair. Back and around and 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 chair. Bringing our feet nice and wide again, bending our knees, extending our arms out beside us with our palms up. And going ahead, coming back into sunflowers, arms up. And going ahead, bringing our feet in a little bit closer together, arms back and around, and chair. Arms back and around, and chair. Arms back and around, and chair. Arms back and around, chair. Arms back and around, chair. Arms back and around, and chair. And finishing out this little cycle with sun pose. Arms out, palms up, knees bent. And perfect. We're going to go ahead and have our feet facing forward. We're going to hinge from the hip to come into a straddle forward fold. If you need to widen your stance, go ahead and do that. There, we're gonna go ahead and come into a prayer-handed super low squat. Coming back into that straddle forward fold. And bring it back down into that squat with prayer hands. And going ahead, bringing it back into that straddle forward fold. And bringing it back down into the prayer-handed low squat. Bringing our hands to the mat, going ahead, turning our right foot out. We're going to go ahead and bring our right hand into the inside of our right foot. We're going to go ahead and extend that left arm up for a triangle. Coming up, going ahead, bringing that right foot out a little bit further, bending that knee, bringing our forearm to above that right thigh, and extending our left arm overhead. Bringing that left arm down. We're going to go ahead and straighten out that right leg. Bringing that left back leg in a little bit and doing pyramid. My leg's shaky. And coming up, and now doing it on the other side. So, having that left foot facing forward, the right foot, well, forward like how our bodies are, the right foot facing this way. Bringing our left hand into the inside of our left foot, reaching up overhead with a straight arm. bringing that left leg forward a little bit more, bringing that left forearm to the left thigh, reaching overhead with our right arm. Bringing that right arm down, straightening out that left leg, pulling in the right leg just a little bit, and folding forward for pyramid. And coming up, we're going to go ahead and do it just one more time. So having that right foot facing forward, the left can be at an angle or it can be straight ahead. We're going to have our right hand coming into the inside of our right foot, our left arm nice and straight up overhead. Coming up, bringing that right foot forward a little bit, bending that right knee, bringing our right forearm above or onto our right thigh, and then reaching overhead with our left arm. Bringing our arms down to the mat, bringing that left foot forward just a bit so we can get into pyramid. And coming up. Going ahead, coming onto the left side, having our left foot facing front, our right toes facing the other front, bringing our left hand into the inside of our left foot, reaching up with our right arm, coming up, extending that foot out a little bit more, bending the knee, bringing our forearm to our left thigh, reaching over with our right arm overhead. Bringing our hands down to the mat, scooching that right foot up just a little bit so we can go ahead and get into pyramid. Slowly coming up. We're going to go ahead and get into some balance poses. We're going to go ahead and start with tree. So you can have your foot on your calf area, or you can bring it up to above your knee, whatever you prefer. Beginning in prayer hands position. then going ahead and extending our arms up overhead, just like a tree. And going ahead and switching sides, so grounding that right foot, finding the right position for your left foot on your right leg. Alright, coming into prayer hands position. Now bringing those arms overhead just like a tree. And going ahead, bringing that foot down. We're going to go ahead and start on the left foot. We're going to come into dancer. So we're going to grab our right foot or ankle with our right hand. Bringing it back and extending that left arm forward. And switching sides, so grounding with that right foot. Grabbing that left foot with the left hand, extending the right arm. Oh, so close. The problem with lupus, all the balance and coordination issues. All right, good. All right, from there, we're gonna go ahead and come into warrior three. So let's start again with the left foot. Raising our arms up overhead, extending that right leg back. Coming back up, coming onto our right foot, bringing those arms up overhead, extending that left leg back. And coming back. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, get into a supine position, having our feet on the mat, so our knees are bent. We're going to go ahead and bring our knees towards our chest and bring them back down. And take your time. We're going to go ahead and extend our arms out to our sides. We're going to bring that left leg around our right leg. And we're going to go ahead and let our knees fall to the right hand side, nice and slow, making sure that our shoulders are in contact with the mat the entire time. And bringing it back to center. Switching to where that right leg is over the left. And going ahead and letting those legs fall to the left-hand side. Bringing it back to center, going ahead and releasing that, and going ahead and returning to knees to chest. And we're going to go ahead and bring our arms out to our sides, crossing that left leg over the right, letting those legs fall to the right hand side. Bringing it back to center, going ahead and bringing that right leg over the left, and letting those legs fall to the left hand side. Bringing it back to center. We're going to go ahead and straighten those legs out to the best of our ability, of course. We're going to do a little metronome. So just bringing those feet to the left, then the right, left, 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 right, 3 more, left, right, left, right, left, and right. Going ahead and bring those feet back down to the mat, having our knees bent. We're going to go ahead and do a bridge flow, lifting up, and coming back down, up, then coming back down, up, and coming back down. 3 more. Bringing our knees in towards our chest, interlacing our fingers below our knees, pulling those legs in. We're going to go ahead and have our legs nice and straight at an angle. We're going to do circles towards the inside. Or the best you can for circles. And other way. Bending our knees, going ahead, interlacing our fingers below our knees, pulling our legs in, our knees to chest, stretch. We're going to go ahead and bring our feet to the mat. We're going to have our palms next to us. If wheel is too difficult, go ahead and just stick with the bridge flow. So coming up. And coming back down. We're going to go ahead and get into a shoulder stand. And slowly bringing our legs down, coming into plow. Coming back into our shoulder stand. Slowly lowering our legs into plow. And rolling out of plow. We're going to go ahead and turn onto our stomach. We're going to go ahead and begin with Sphinx, so having our feet nice and wide, having our forearms on the mat, lifting up our head, having our shoulders back and down. We're going to go ahead, bring our knees in and wide, coming back into child's pose. And going ahead, coming back into Sphinx. And coming back into child's pose. Coming into a seated position, we're going to go ahead and bring the bottoms of our feet together, and we're going to go ahead and fall forward. Slowly rolling up. We're going to go ahead and extend those legs straight out, reaching our arms up overhead and falling forward. We're going to go ahead, come up, bring that right leg out at an angle, bringing the left foot into the inside of our right thigh. You can do this one of two ways. You can reach over for more of like a side stretch, or you can come straight forward over the leg. And coming up, switching sides. So the right foot is on the inside of the left thigh. Again, you can come over to the side, or you can come at it straight from the front. And slowly coming up. And we're going to go ahead and get into Savasana. So spreading our legs out just a little bit, having our palms facing the sky. To be in a receiving position for whatever it is your higher power or the universe would like to provide to you. Having gratitude towards your body for what it was able to accomplish today. Having gratitude towards yourself for your perseverance. Feeling gratitude towards all the things that you have in your life. The people, the situations. And understanding that even when things are challenging, it is simply a challenge that is meant for us to learn something from. Extending an arm out to the side, bending our knees, coming on to our side, and then coming up into a seated or a kneeling position. I don't think I've ever done this in any of the yoga with Jennas, so namaste. And again, I am so incredibly grateful that you joined me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and or join, and I will see you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.